So on today's marketing drive, I wanted to talk a little bit about what I believe in, what we've seen at Honeypot Marketing, and believe to be one of the most powerful and engaging features of Facebook. And Facebook's really kind of eating the world. People are spending, I think the metric is 50 to 60 times per day they're checking Facebook. It is definitely, it's funny because it's kind of like the CompuServe, if you're from back in the day, of the modern internet, which is both interesting and amusing. But it's a really powerful platform. Everybody connects on it. I think the days where I don't think my users are on Facebook are kind of far behind us. But Facebook is innovating at a very rapid pace. Everything, the overall marketing thought is that live is the big thing. That live is great. We got to do lives, and that's true. It's true. Lives are a really powerful addition. They took a big page out of Periscope, that's for sure, in look and feel and all sorts of things. But and Canvas as an example, which is the full screen advertising solution, which is also pretty elegant and interesting. There's a number of interesting features. For instance, Facebook Memories. I'm not sure what happened to Time Hop. I used to use Time Hop all the time, but I no longer really use it because, I don't know, Facebook Memories has kind of supplanted that as a feature. But anyhow, just to get back on point here, one of the most powerful features that Facebook has, and it's actually a fairly old feature, are Facebook groups. And what I wanted to talk to you today about, because a big part of the drive is actually talking about what we're working on and what I'm working on, both with the team and with our projects and with our clients, and to kind of share that real-time knowledge, call them like office hours or what's working for us. So this is part of that. So Facebook groups have been around since, they've been around for a really long time in terms of the Facebook genealogy and the lifespan of Facebook. One of the interesting things about groups is that they've evolved in a fairly quiet, subtle way. And so talking about using Facebook groups as an engagement point for your marketing efforts, and really one of the key things to keep in mind in an omni-channel world and a world full of attention deficit and multiple platforms, one way to look at that is to look at it as, in my conversion funnel and in kind of my information architecture of that conversion funnel, the more moments and places I have to connect with my audience, the more visible I'll be with an engaged user. So, for example, emails often get missed, and we see varying open rates depending on the segment and the audience, and your communications can very easily fall by the wayside. Just look at the volume you have on your own Facebook feed, the amount of emails you get in a day, the number of different offers that you see presented to you as a consumer, and we're all consumers. So Facebook groups. So why Facebook groups is probably begs the question. What we're using Facebook groups for now are for two qualifying groups. The lead and most particularly for the customer. So using Facebook groups for your customers is interesting because from a user experience standpoint, Facebook groups are very seamless with the entire Facebook experience, which is a really cool thing. Because if I'm a member of a group, yes, I can visit the group and I can interact directly with the group, but posts from within the group have a very high rate of making it into users' news feeds. And there's a simple reason why that is in the EdgeRank algorithm, in the Facebook newsfeed algorithm, I should say. So as we all know, Facebook does filter based on what they feel would be of interest to you. So a lot of the signals that happen there are likes, comments, time watched on video, whether links were clicked through, And that determines whether it will display into your news feed. So for instance, if I'm a fan of a page, etc., etc. Now the nice thing with Facebook groups are twofold. One, seamlessly fitting into the Facebook user experience makes your users feel like they're not having to take that extra step to go be part of a group. In your group, what you can do, so let's just say you've got an e-commerce store, let's say you've got a SaaS product, you're a startup, and you've got a SaaS product, but you have a customer base of people that are using your products or have purchased from you before. A couple of things you want to do. One, invite them to a private, by invitation only, Facebook group. Create that Facebook group so that group is intentionally for people that you've already got a relationship with. You've already taken them from the lead magnet to the tripwire to the initial purchase, the warming, the relationship building, and they have crossed the finish line in that sense, and now you've got a relationship with them. Well, a fostering point of the relationship is what happens after. We all see this with cell phones, for example. Like, this actually just happened to me. You'll see cell phone and telco companies, and here in Canada, it's almost the height of terrible. We actually have 2 telco companies, and a couple of others will tell us as well. So 3, call it, and then a bunch of others. But really, we don't have very many options, certainly much less than our friends in the States. But you see these amazing offers for new accounts and accounts that flip over. I was a customer of Rogers for 15 years or something crazy like that. And it was like pulling teeth to say, you're a loyal customer, here's something nice for you. We appreciate your business. In fact, it was quite the opposite. So it becomes a jarring experience. And what we want to do when we have a warmed relationship, when we have a relationship, is we want to foster that relationship and nurture it and keep it alive and keep those people engaged. Private Facebook groups, by invitation only, for your customers are an extremely powerful way for you to have another engagement point to keep those people interested. And it's somewhere you can talk about the why of your product as opposed to the what of your product, because they already bought it. So whether you're a wedding venue or you're an e-commerce store or you're a SaaS product, this is where you can enable your customers to use your products more effectively. You can talk about ideas surrounding it. So for if you're a wedding venue, as an example, just to pull that one out of the air, I might have wedding color ideas and table placement ideas and dream book ideas and idea book ideas, like all of those things. But the beauty of it with building this engaged audience is you're starting from a core, like many business pages on Facebook, and these are the attention diva style of digital marketing and social media marketing management is just going for the gross amount of likes, not knowing exactly who it is that's liking it. With this Facebook group, we know who these people are. They are engaged, right? They've already taken that action. They care. So we want to foster that caring. What you invariably get are very high rates of engagement. So you get those likes, you get those comments, especially if you craft your communication strategy to talk directly to that purchase and enabling it. And the beauty of that is that now you're going to show up in your users' news feeds, and you'll be able to grow your group. And growing your group, so it's another touch point, because I check my email, I don't know how many times a day. We're all probably very similar. Email is not even checking email anymore because it's just around you all the time. It's not like you remember in the days when you hit send receive? Oh, those days are over. But I guess getting back to the point, it's another engagement point because I may miss emails, and especially during the day, I'll miss emails. But if I'm taking a couple of minutes of downtime and checking Facebook because I want to see what my wife was doing with my kids, and something pops up that's relevant about a product I just bought, I'm going to have a high propensity to want to engage with that because I just took that one step, and now you're going to take the next step. So it's a great way to stay in front of and stay in communication with your existing clients. Then when you're ready to make that resale call, and again, the old 80-20 rule, and it's 5 to 6 times less expensive to retain a client than it is to get a new one. It's a very expensive process to get new clients and customers. What you want to do is utilize that group to keep them engaged. That's in the See, Think, Do, Care framework, that's the care part of it. That's the part where, hey, thank you, we're so glad and we're so appreciative that you spent your hard-earned money on what we were trying to sell, and we're glad. They will share it. You will get more people, referrals into your group, and guess what? Pushes you back to the top of your funnel. So Facebook groups, the most powerful feature on Facebook, and also one of the oldest when leveraged properly. And much like Live, Facebook Live, just to kind of tie the bow on this marketing drive, is powerful, but it's all about consistency. Consistency in your efforts makes people engaged, makes them know you care, makes them know you're serious. Doing one live, having 57 different groups because you want to have more groups is not going to be effective. Do one group, be consistent, put together a schedule of events. If you're going to do lives, that's great. Put them on a schedule, much like a television show, so that people can rely and depend on when you're going to be live, and they'll also know when they can see the recorded live, which in Facebook's user experience, recorded lives look and feel very much like real lives, like actual lives, even though they're not live at that point. So Facebook groups, use it as a private community for your customers, bring them together. The other last really big benefit of those private Facebook groups is what I like to call horizontal communication. So what we do is often vertical communication, where we are trying to talk to a consumer. In Facebook groups, the opportunity there is to build a sense of community, because I, as a customer, can talk to another customer in what is, in fact, a private environment of just the customers. That's a very enabling feeling, that your customers can talk to each other. They can solve each other's problems, and from a customer service standpoint, it's extremely powerful. And from the point of view that if I see 1,000 other customers or 100 other customers, I feel good about the fact that I purchased this product. I feel good because you're not scared as a provider to have customers talk to each other. And that is a very powerful notion in today's world. It's not top down, you're not trying to silo. So anyhow, tying this one up, private Facebook groups for your customers by invitation only, be consistent, get them horizontally communicating. It is I think the most powerful feature Facebook has available to us as marketers to really engage and build a community. And all the other whiz-bang new stuff is also very cool as well. But leveraging the power of Facebook groups for your business and for your product and for your startup is something that will, I think, show really big dividends for you done with consistency. All right. Well, you have a great day, and that's the marketing drive for today. Peace out.